It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the Condors, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Condors and the Oilers, next on Madden Football.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Condors of Oakland and the Houston Oilers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
You're talking about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them. As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards that time.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
They go play action here on 1st down. In trouble, and he's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll look to throw here. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. This ball caught by McIntosh. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Pressure comes and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. So no gain on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's the option. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second and 14. And he can't escape, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Back to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He completes it to Stewart. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. Up the middle they go. Trent, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. Second down and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He'll look to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And he would be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. They start on the ground with Adams. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? Where these teams are locked in and going at it. No points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Houston's offense taking over again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this 1st half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So they bring out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 20. Muscles by at the 25. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
He'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Manning. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle they go with Adams. 4 yards there on the carry, gets it back to 2nd and 11.
4 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 11.
They'll run again with Adams. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. A run up the middle, Adams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On to give, it's Adams. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On the handoff, Adams here. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is right there. It's good, and it's 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. They'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. They bring their punter out there now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Now a 3rd and 6. Going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on to punt for Houston. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw again. This ball caught by McIntosh. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This is taken at about the 14. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and out will come the offense as they take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 2nd down and a yard. Now back to throw. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Trent. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On second down, here's the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down. They'll look to throw. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll look to throw again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations.
And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Houston set to take over.
Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll begin here with Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
He'll drop to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
Ball start, offense.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
They'll look to throw here.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for Houston. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's caught. It's Stewart. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Rosenthal. And he'll get to the 29-yard line. Brought down there. 4 yards the pickup. 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Rosenthal. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Stewart. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down, Condors.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rosenthal.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Up the middle they go. Rosenthal.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
First down, Condors.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. He got 29 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll drop to throw.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Condors go up by 2 touchdowns. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense taking over again. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Back to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
Made at the 17-yard line. First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now here on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
As we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Brought down at the
And this offense on third down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They're going to look to throw.
Open man here is Benson.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
At the 48-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Throw left side is taken in by Stewart. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
And an Oakland first down.
Now a handoff up the middle. Rosenthal. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to throw here. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. It's Edwards. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. It's a give to Adams out of the shotgun. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start, offense.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play. Come on now.
Now after the false start, here's second and 7. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Adams. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
At the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Now they run out of the shotgun with Adams. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A yard all they need, but it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! From 4 yards out. And the Oilers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and the result, a Houston touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? On On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And now out comes Houston. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. It's caught here by Adams.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll look to throw again. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it.
Well, just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And his kick here is good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for our visitors, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they dropped their 7th game on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.